formerly informal. That may describe us in very good ways. But let me begin by welcoming all of you here, members of our faculty that have joined us, including Professor Christy Kenyon, who is the Faculty Athletic Fellow. Thank you. We welcome members of the families and friends and grandparents and current teammates that are here. We warmly welcome you here, and after this weekend's events, it's a cause for great celebration in the academic achievements of our soon-to-be graduates. But I have to tell you, we had a little fun here over the weekend bragging on you. At yesterday's commencement and opening it, I observed that there were some seniors and a graduate student who were not here before us because they were competing and at 1 o'clock yesterday. And you got a big cheer. We sent you our good wishes, and I think it made a big difference. The night before, at a dinner for the honorary degree recipients and commencement speaker, I noted that you had just won significantly against Gettysburg College, Bob O'Connor's alma mater. And one of the guests at our dinner, Griffin Reiner's brother, was a graduate of Colby College. So we had a lot of fun about that. So thank you for giving me some really good opportunities. So with our welcome to the families, with our congratulations to our teammates, and my thanks to my colleagues here who have really thought through this Commencement 2.0 in a good and creative way, and I hope an extension of the kind of relationship-rich education that we pride ourselves on here. We begin, as we did yesterday, with some reflections from our chaplain, Reverend Niederberg.
Good morning. As President Guerin mentioned a few seconds ago, we are blessed today with beautiful weather. But there's one difference. Today, we're blessed with your presence as a beautiful, amazing team. So let's give you a hand. Because I want to tell you that we are here to celebrate life today. Your lives and the lives of all who are gathered here who love you. And your lives are like the waters of the lake beside us, like water that glides over the smooth places, but yet continues to flow, even though it churns over the rough places. Like water that flows gently in times of peace, or has to just rage in times of the storm. Your lives are like waters formed from the eternal source of life, bringing gifts that are unique to each and every one of you. And so may the waters of your lives today be blessed in this moment where you can gaze into the mirrors of your soul and see the beauty that each one of you hold. Take a moment to pause, to give thanks, and to rejoice, because this is a day to rejoice with all of creation in joyful exuberance. Exuberance for a job well done in times of pandemic and in times of health. Exuberance for the victory that you had this weekend, victories, and the potential for the victory that's yet to come. So on this day on the quad and here on the steps of Cox Hall at Hobart and William Smith, I ask for blessings for these graduates of 2024 as you receive recognition for their years of work. Blessing to the families and friends, faculty and staff, alumni, and all who have supported you, so that you share in the joy as they walk across and receive their diplomas today. May you all just join in with the flow of life that joins in with the heartbeat of the universe. So bless you as you graduate. Bless you, graduates, so you always treasure the friendships that you've made here on your team and at all of Hobart William Smith. even though you may end up miles apart one day. Bless you, graduates, so you always have the courage to hold on to that delight of every sunbeam shining into your hearts, that glow from the faces of your friends around you. Even as clouds may cover your lives at times, hold on to those sunbeams of life. Bless you, graduates, so you can always embrace peace within your heart and live with the assurance that you are loved just because you are alive in this moment. So bless you now and forevermore. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Burt, very much. It is my pleasure to bring forth a man of now many titles. He is the Hobart soccer coach. In this context, he's Emily's dad. But on Friday, he was named an honorary member of the class of 2024. Coach Griffin.
Wow, where do we begin? First, a couple things. I want to, on behalf of all the families, I truly want to thank you, ladies, for this incredible journey for the past 4 years. It's been unbelievable, and I really don't have words to describe the relationship we built. Except let's just continue to shock the nation with this tour of ours, right? And take down two more teams, because there were 293 teams when it started. There's only 4 left, so let's go Herons, right? Let's go. I would like to thank the class of 2024 for allowing me to be an honorary member. To my classmates. Well, it sounds kind of weird saying that, but I look forward to seeing you in 5 years at our first reunion. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like any coach, I feel like I want to send a message to these young ladies. And the first message I want to have and share with you is about being teammates for life. It's a mantra that I put over our locker room in Hobart 24 years ago. And it means several things. The first thing I think it means is staying connected. Stay connected with the institution, with this great colleges of ours here. Stay connected with your classmates. Stay connected with your professors, with your coaches. This is where it all started 4 years ago for you. And I truly mean, please do everything you can to stay connected. The next piece I want to share with you is about be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. And there's no class typically that had a challenge like we had. You had all sorts of senior activities going on around you last week with a really big game or games coming up ahead of time. But somehow you were able to balance both and stay where your feet were. But truthfully, I'm preaching to the choir here. I am preaching to the choir because I've gotten the opportunity to see these ladies in different places, contexts from park to our home, to on the competition field, to on campus, and truthfully, you are teammates for life. You're doing everything you are supposed to be a teammate for life. So I share that with you, but you're doing what you need to do. And your feet have been right where they're supposed to be, right? Keeping that balance, competing, staying focused, enjoying the moments, but today, truly I want you to be where your feet are, because yesterday is yesterday, time waits for no one, Salisbury will be there, we'll be ready for them, but in the meantime, take all this in around you. Look at the families here, look how green the quad is, look how beautiful it is, and you deserve this day, and I mean that. So, ladies, are you ready? Let's go. Incredible. truly, me and this have been coaching 33 years. This group of young women are teammates for life, and they are amazing. And if you get a chance to see us play this weekend, a lot of good stuff going on in the field, but nothing better than watching these girls celebrate after every goal because they are unbelievable. What a show. Congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach Griffin. This may be the most fun commencement I've ever been to. So you come every year. We gotta jazz this thing up. No, thank you, Coach. And yesterday we had student speakers, Jesse Valen Small and Samara Brown. So your classmate here today, Sean Griffin, stood in for them very well. Thank you. Emily, I think you have the ultimate icebreaker. You can say you graduated the same year as your dad. So use it as accordingly. So we now turn to the point of commencement, the conferral of degrees in the reading of the names in Latin praise to be noted, and it's significant in this case. So I invite the candidates to please stand. I will confer the degrees, and then Dean Lisa Kenzig will read the names, will process across the stage, and I will shake hands and present you with your diploma. By the authority delegated to me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degrees Master of Science in Management, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts of Hobart and William Smith Colleges, and admit you to the community of its graduates with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Eliza May Wild, Master of Science in Management. Madison Kelly Dix, cum laude, Bachelor of Arts. A. Griffin, cum laude, Bachelor of Arts. Shan R. McKenzie, Bachelor of Arts. Alexandra Marie McGinty, Bachelor of Arts. Chloe Rose McGlynn, summa cum laude, Bachelor of Arts. Catherine Elizabeth Risley, cum laude, Bachelor of Arts. And Madeline Nicole Schleicher, cum laude, Bachelor of Science.
That was great. Well, with the inspiration of our chaplain and the fine words of Coach Griffin and all of your diplomas firmly in hand, let me just offer a few reflections, if I may. We hope you'll leave us from Hobart and William Smith and go on to honor the mission of the colleges, to lead a life of consequence. We hope you'll leave us to honor the inscription right over there, over Demarest Hall, facing the quad, that says, "You are the hope of the world." We hope you'll think about and honor the words that the late John Lewis delivered from this podium when he said, "Find a way to get in the way." But we also know that in this time of instant gratification and tweets and clicks and likes, it's not always the case that you know in the moment the difference that you're making. Sometimes it's the small interactions with others. On the train or bus when you're commuting, standing in line, waiting for a coffee at Dunkin'. Whatever it is, those small interactions add up. And if you don't believe me, one of the perhaps only silver linings of the pandemic was there's some interesting research on this. When looking at what researchers call weak ties, these small interactions that we have with one another. And they found, the studies found, that those weak ties bring a sense of comfort and normalcy and strengthen bonds and build a greater sense of belonging. One study divided up undergraduates and older community members, and they sent them in to a barista at Starbucks. And they said to half the group, make eye contact, have a conversation, say hello. And the results? Those people felt better coming out of Starbucks for having engaged in that way. So a lot of that is the moment. And so while we want you to live a life of consequence, know that part of that, from my perspective, is those small interactions, those informal interactions. It can be good for morale on both sides of the conversation, boost your sense of mental health, your own engagement with one another. But it also, I think, advances a greater sense of humanity in the collective. Secondly, I would say, and gosh, these are women that don't need me to tell you this, but it's the importance of big dreams. You've nurtured one all year long. One of my favorite quotes is from the Nobel laureate, the first female who was elected leader of an African nation, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in Liberia. And she said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough, right? And gosh, Hobart and William Smith was founded and nurtured and advanced by dreamers. Bishop John Henry Hobart stood at the crest of Seneca Lake, and this is a very different part of the United States, and said, I'm going to found a college. Not obvious. William Smith had a radical dream to found a college for women. Elizabeth Blackwell, this beautiful statue in Dorrance's Quad, had a dream that was without precedent in the United States when she came to Geneva, New York for medical education. Alger Adams came from Omaha, Nebraska for an education here and engaged and suffered the indignities of race, but thanks to the Geneva community was welcomed, and he graduated Phi Beta Kappa and went on to lead an extraordinary life. So this place is full of big dreamers. So my hope for you is that you'll live that life of consequence. You will be that hope of the world. You will find a way to get in the way. But with dreams that are as big as you've shown us during your 4 years here, the degrees and the Latin praise and the leadership of these women on our campus is known to everyone in this space. So with thanks to you for what you brought to this campus these past 4 years and certainly this year, we thank you for making Hobart and William Smith a better place. We thank you for all the engagement and modeling of that with your teammates. And in a special way then, it's with thanks to your coach, Ann Phillips, who is first and foremost an educator, and she will join me now at the podium for remarks. Thank you.
It's always challenging to follow President Mark Guerin speaking because he's such an amazing speaker. And he's so at ease and has such important words of wisdom. So at 6 o'clock this morning, I woke up and said, I probably should say something today. So I tried to put a few things together, but I apologize if I ramble a little. First of all, we have a lot to be thankful for. I want to thank all of our families who have been amazing to us for the last 4 years and supported us through thick and thin. And I so appreciate all that you've done for our program, for our players, and have welcomed each new class into this program. And you've been amazing, and thank you so much. I'm thankful to Pat Genovese, who I see is here tonight, or this morning. Pat started this program in 1971 and built a championship program from brick one. The trophies in the trophy case largely are due to Pat. She is a trailblazer for women in athletics, and the support that she has given us, and she has dedicated her life to this program, and it was my privilege to try to continue that legacy when I came to William Smith in 2015. So Pat, for all you've done for women and for what you've done for this program, we hope to bring you home some hardware this weekend. I want to thank my assistant coach, Lindsay Magro. 1 year ago today, we were at this same moment, and on Sunday afternoon we had beaten Tufts 14-4, and Lindsay was 9 months pregnant, and we looked at each other and said, we're going to the Final Four. And she said, I'm going to be induced. And she went to the hospital, was induced, and little baby Chase, who will be a year old this week, who joined us in Connecticut this weekend. Chase was born on Monday, and Lindsay was down in Virginia with us on Thursday to coach in the Final Four. And it's an amazing testament. Women can do hard things. And so as a first-time mother, I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want anything to go wrong. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I really would like you to come. And so when she made that decision, and I think when you look at Pat Genovese, who has 4 children, and she raised 4 children while coaching her 39-year career here, and Lindsay to have made that choice to do that for this team and this program, and to give us a chance in the Final Four. When you think about the sacrifices women have to make, I think she's a role model for all of you, for all of our players. You can do hard things, and you will have to do hard things, and you will be successful. And they are the women who demonstrate that every day. I want to thank Mark Magro, her husband, who travels everywhere we go with baby Chase, who we hand off to anybody that will take him, every member of the team. He dances with his music and celebrates with us when we win. And Mark is just an awesome guy to support Lindsay's career, as is my husband, Mark. I have not grocery shopped, done laundry, or done anything at the house all year because he takes care of that while I'm in season. So thank God for supportive husbands. To this class, special class, in your time here, we have always had the conflict between the culmination of your academic year and the culmination of our athletic year. And it always collides this week, if we're successful. And fortunately for us, in your time here, your record at William Smith has been 69-7 over the last 4 years. You have been to the Sweet 16 in 21, coming out of COVID, in 22, Final Four last year, and a return trip this year. An amazing athletic legacy, only to be matched by the success you have had in the classroom and all of the academic achievements and the high GPAs that all of you hold. And so, the greatest preparation for life, in my opinion, is a competitive academic experience and a competitive athletic experience. And if you look back at this season and you look back at your academic career over the last 4 years, I think what you will see is you have had challenges academically. You have had challenges athletically, and this season in particular. We had bumps in the road. We had losses we didn't anticipate. But what a competitive academic experience and a competitive athletics experience shows you is resilience, learning from failure, leadership in times of trouble, composure under pressure, resilience, and success. And our season is symbolic of what your life will be like. You will struggle in your career. You will have challenges in your life. You will find that you will probably not be paid as much as your male counterparts and keep fighting for equal pay. You will have challenges in promotion. You'll have challenges in your profession. But the experiences that I hope you've learned from this program are about persevering and finding a way to be successful. And I know that you will do that. And I know that when we leave this place today, that our women will go out and be leaders in your community. You will be leaders in your field, and the world needs more women leaders. So I am thrilled that you graduate and you will reflect very well on this college and our program. Today, there's no one who can work more, watch more film, X's and O's, and get ready for the next challenge. But today, as Coach Griff said, be present. We are not doing any work today. We are not practicing today. I want you to go enjoy each other today. Go jump in the lake today. Take a pontoon boat down the lake. And then everyone is coming to my house for dinner. We're not going to talk lacrosse. We're just going to enjoy what we've achieved so far and just take this small moment and pause and say, wow, what a great day. What a great day for our seniors to graduate. What a great, beautiful day in Geneva. And before we embark on our next journey, let's just enjoy each other and what we've achieved so far. And finally, let me thank President Guerin. How many presidents would hold a special commencement for a lacrosse team who came back on the road over the weekend and invite all their families and actually have commencement? How many presidents would do that? And so Mark and Mary Guerin, you are amazing. We love you. Thank you for doing this for our families and for our students. We really appreciate it, and we hope to make you proud this weekend.
Thank you very much. That was very generous. Mary and I have loved the games, the season this year, but thank you for the good words. I can't believe she just said you're not going to practice today. Did I space out for a while? Was that really in Phil? I don't know. But I think we got it on tape, so that's really, no, thank you very much for those beautiful words. It was so well placed. But we are privileged to hold this ceremony here. Our provost, Sarah Kirk, members of our faculty, Dean Kenzig, my colleagues in the administration, our chaplain, we're thrilled to be here and have the opportunity. I'm thrilled to have members of our board of trustees here. Linda Arrington joins us here, and I thank you, Linda, for joining us on behalf of the board of trustees. So we're all in this together, and very happy to have the opportunity to do that. In closing, I would just offer one last thought that I shared yesterday, and that is what you now hold, the privilege that you now enter into as a college graduate. Only 6% of the world has a college degree. It's an enormous privilege, what you've attained, what you've worked hard for, the distinctions you brought yourselves, your families, in this institution. So in taking this degree from us and going forth, use it wisely. Use it to advance your profession, your community, your families. Use it carefully in service of others. Use it with care and compassion for those who do not have this privilege that you now have of a college degree. And use it in service of our mission for a life of consequence. And we know you will certainly, as you've already done, bring pride to Hobart and William Smith, to the women who preceded you on this team, and the collective community of Hobart and William Smith graduates, to which you have been admitted, who all share your pride. We will be cheering you on this weekend, at each and every step of the way as graduates. Congratulations, thank you all very much for joining us. A reception follows in Bartlett Theater. I suspect there may be photos happening here. Kevin Colton is here. We'll get a collective group shot, I'm sure. And again, thank you for joining this joyous, joyous day. Good night. One last task. The provost well reminds me if I could invite the graduates to stand. I'm going to make sure I get this right. It's left to right. Your tassels, you move. I think you have one on your right. So let's do it to the left. We're flexible here. The point is, flip your tassel to the other side. There you go. Apparently, now that is official. For some reason I've never understood, but that's another story. Congratulations. Join us for a reception.